Mama, if you've ever sat there like 2 weeks before Christmas wondering why you waited so long to figure out gifts, this one's for you. Because this year, we're not winging it. We're going to be planning creatively, okay? So imagine that you sit down with a cup of coffee or tea or whatever you like to drink, and you have your planner or your notebook, and you have a few ideas that actually make you excited to give, to create, and give as gifts. But you're not stressed. Can you imagine that feeling? Imagine finishing your list before December has even started. Wouldn't that be awesome? Now, I tend to have so many ideas floating around in my head that that at the end of it, because I don't make a final decision, I'm rushing. Now, are you someone like me? Are you a mom like me that has all these different options of gifts to give our kids, our husbands, our loved ones, and at the end of it, you're like, oh my goodness, Christmas is almost here, and I have no idea what I am giving, where I can get it. Like, I want to create something, or I want to add my personal touch to this thing that they really, really love, but there's no time to do it. I don't even know where to start, and oh my gosh, I am so stressed. Is that you? Now, that has been me off and on a lot. But one year, we decided to plan. Like, okay, so my son was young, and we're like, let's start getting little by little gifts, small gifts, little by little, like several months before Christmas. And well, we thought it was a great idea, but guess what? Like that December, was it the end of November? I think it may have been the end of November. His interest changed 360 degrees. I mean, now he was into superhero action figures, while before he had been into Beyblades. I mean, come on. So we were like, oh my goodness, what do we do? So what we ended up doing, we just got one action figure. And then, of course, we told him the truth because, I mean, yeah, you don't want to tell your kids everything that's going on, but you also need to have them be realistic about what they can expect. Because if your resources can only stretch so thin, if something happened, like, I mean, the thing about nowadays is, like, we tend to, I'm just saying generally, we tend to give because it's expected to have gifts. I do know of some parents, like, even in movies, you see where kids are counting or parents are counting to make sure the kids get an even amount, either dollar-wise or quantity-wise, and that is so stressful. So if you honestly tell your child that, okay, this is what we're going to do this year, even if it's at the beginning of the year, like, be honest with them. So that's what we did. We had to tell him that, well, we had started earlier, months before Christmas, to start slowly getting stuff for him, for his Christmas, for his gifts. But because he switched out, a lot of his gifts are from what he used to love, and we can only get one thing at the moment for his current interest. And he was excited. I mean, are you kidding me? He was so excited that he was using the Beyblades in ways that it wasn't even as a Beyblade. He was using it as part of his play with his action figure. Like, yeah. So kids are very resilient, especially if you start them really early. That realistically speaking, we cannot break the bank. We cannot run up credit card debt just to buy presents. And this is a cool thing too, being a creative mom. There are some things that you can create yourself, and some things that you can add their personal touch to it. Like, for example, if they love a specific type of sneaker because of the design or whatnot. I mean, yes, kids are going to be sad, of course, if they don't get the exact thing that some friends are getting or they see other people on social media. But you can make it unique enough that you can get a shoe that's close enough and design, embellish it, or I don't know, use your creative gifts to zhuzh something up that they even like it better, hopefully, like it better than what they're seeing, because theirs is unique. Nobody else has the same thing. Anyway, I digress. So what we started doing then after that debacle was we would wait until Christmas was closer and then start capitalizing on what he loved at the time. Of course, there are some things that you kind of dither on and you put in your cart, but you don't really purchase or you don't really make. And this year, I'm like, because he's older, and I was like, you know what? Instead of waiting until then, I'm going to start creating something that he generally loves, and that's not going to change. It could be like a color scheme or something that he really loves and keeps on coming back to. Because if your kid is older, you may notice that their interests come in cycles. So if you capitalize on that, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have so many ideas to put something together that they're definitely going to love. I hope. I mean, each child is different, and each child is different at different times. So, to move on with that, that's what we're going to do. So this year, I've decided that I'm going to be more intentional in planning, because I love crafting, I love being creative, I love coming up with ideas. So I never really use it to my full potential, like my gifts of brainstorming, planning, and creating into this whole genre of gift giving, or this area of gift giving. I have to some capacity, but not in far in advanced time for me to be able to do as much as I would love to do. So this year is going to be different. And I hope that you would join me. Now, some of you guys might be going through what I just said about kids changing, but that doesn't mean that you can't add your creativity to it, okay? So don't worry, it's okay. If your kid keeps on changing, it's normal. I mean, not the kid changing, but their interests keep changing, that's normal. So just go with it. But you can always add your creativity and your adding your creative additions or add-ons to what they love. I mean, it could be like, yeah, if they love football, right? So of course, I mean, if you could make a cool football with the colors that they love, like make it so with their picture on it. But if there's something very specific that you and your spouse are planning to get for your kids, you can package up in a creative way. You can add smaller elements that use your creativity. You can, if you're storytelling, if you love storytelling, create a story around it. Make it even you could use something as simple as they want a tumbler, and you can use your creativity to make it better. If they want something like tools, right? You can still get them a tool, but you can package it creatively, okay? And that makes it extra special, okay? So this year, planning creatively is a goal. Yes, I know it's almost the end of October, but my goal is to really to go deeper than I usually do and use my gifts of brainstorming, planning, creativity all together in this area of creativity. I mean, of gifting. So, how are you going to make this change? Because, yeah, if you're going to start planning creatively, gifting creatively, you need to plan it. And planning it gives you back your control and excitement of the holidays, okay? It makes it less stressful. This whole process becomes less stressful and more joyful, okay? So we're going to shift from wanting it to be picture perfect, so you have all those cute pictures, to having it be more thoughtful and be more, not easier to do, but easier to think about and to plan and to actually execute, okay? So, How are we going to do the change? How are we going to start the change? We're going to do it in 4 different steps. 4 steps, okay? Number 1, I want you to start with a meaning, not money. Meaning, think about what the meaning behind the gifts. Not that you want to spend $100, because, unless your kid is the type of kid that is Googling their gifts to see how much it is, then that's a different issue. But if it's your child that appreciates something that they love and they don't really worry about how much it costs, why should you as a parent worry about how much it costs? Okay? Yeah, you worry in terms of getting the resources to buy it, to make it, to have it in time, but saying that, oh, I have to buy this shoe because it's $60 as opposed to this shoe that's $20 that I can zhuzh up and make it more personal for my kid, right? So I want you to ask, what do I want this person to feel? Right. So this is before you even decide what to get each person, okay? I want you to think about, what do I want this person to feel when they get the gift that I give them? What do I want them to feel? What do I want their chief, do I want them to feel excited? Do I want them to feel like, oh my goodness, this is the, what's the expression nowadays? I don't even know. I was going to say the bomb diggity, but I think I'm dating myself. But how do you want them to feel when they receive your gift? Okay? Number 2, plan your gift list like it's a creative project. We plan our creative projects when we want to create something, right? We plan it. So why not plan your gift giving list? And planning it actually removes all the stress, all the overwhelm. So create categories, okay? So like handmade, personalized, store-bought, or experience-based, okay? So make your list and then plan out the gifts based on those categories, because you know the people that you want to give the gifts to. So put those down, have their name, and then put your categories to the side, and then start jotting your notes down based on what you want that person to feel, or what kind of gift you think this person will appreciate more. Because granted, there are some people who would prefer a handmade product or a gift over a store-bought, and then there are others who are the reverse, okay? There are others who might prefer something that's more practical, that they can use, something that they need, and then there are others who would prefer something that's more whimsical, that's just to have and nice to have, right? Okay. Number 3, create and batch, okay? Batch create or batch shop. So what do I mean by this? So you make your list, right? So you have this person, that person, this, that. So like if you're going to create a bunch of them, right? And you've decided, okay, I'm going to be doing, let's say paintings. I'm going to be doing paintings for all of them. Maybe this painting has this stuff on it and that stuff on it. So start your list. Start going down your list and be like, okay, these guys I'm going to be painting, so I'm going to be painting first. Hey, there's my son back there. I'm going to be doing this first. Or maybe it's doing jewelry, right? Or creating miniatures with polymer clay, or creating trinket dishes, or creating sketches, like their dream house sketch. The list is endless, but batch it. So those people that you're creating something for, if it's something similar, try and do them all in one sitting or one time period, right? Because it makes it easier, you're flowing, you're not changing from idea to idea, and you go faster and you lose yourself in it. You might have your kids knocking on the door, your spouse knocking on the door saying, hey, are you alive? Anyway, then if you're doing shopping and you say, okay, these guys are getting this kind of thing and I'll get them at this store, then go shopping and get that one thing, or go to that one store. So do them in chunks, because that will save you time and it will reduce the burnout. You won't be as overwhelmed, you won't be as stressed, and it will be overall an enjoyable, happy experience, okay? Now, number 4, this is a big one because this is not something that I really do, but make creativity your self-care during the holidays. Now, what do I mean by this? Just because, even if you're not doing creative projects for the gifts, I want you to do something creative just for you. And not just doing it for you, because we know creativity fuels you instead of draining you. But instead of just creating something, I want you to create a gift for yourself, okay? Choose one gift that you can make just for you, okay? So this is your creative joy gift. Now, I have never really done this. Yes, I give myself gifts that I make, mostly because it was an experiment I was trying. I didn't really like it, or some part of it wasn't as perfect as I want. Well, perfect wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, or something that maybe didn't sell, or oops, excuse me, or something like that. So, but this year, my goal is to intentionally create something specifically for me, okay? It's not that I'm trying out a concept, not that I'm trying out a method or a medium or whatever. No, something that I'm going to plan specifically for me. So the issue though would be what? Because my hands are into so many different types of creative activities, but I'm going to make sure that I create something, a gift for me. And now, will I wrap it up for me? That would be fun, because can you imagine opening up your own gift, even though you know what it is and you know that you did it, creating it early, wrapping it up, and then opening it on Christmas Day for yourself? You're like, wow, I made something for me. Can you imagine that feeling? Huh. Yeah, that's a great idea. I wasn't even thinking about that. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I want you to do, okay? So do a gift for yourself. Create a gift for yourself. Because this is more than just creating for family. It's more than just using your creativity to make gifts for your loved ones. This is also about celebrating you. It's also about self-care. And it's also about keeping the joy of creativity alive in you. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you some action steps that I want you to do this week. There's only 3. Number 1, I want you to make your list. List at least 5 people. Okay? And put the categories, whatever categories you want to put together, list them there across the top. And then I want you to put a creative idea for each person. Okay? So list at least 5 people, put your categories, and list at least one item, one creative item. Whether it's something that you make yourself, whether it's something that you buy, whether it's something that you get handmade by somebody else, or whether it's something that you buy and you zhuzh it up yourself. Okay? Just put that idea on there. It's not firm. It's idea. Basically, you're brainstorming your gift ideas. Okay? Number 2, I want you to block out 2 creative time blocks this week. Just 2. Whether it's 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 5 minutes. But I want you to start blocking out time, at least 2 time blocks this week to start your creative project. Whether it's you're brainstorming some more, or you're starting to put together maybe the sketches, or doing research, or starting to put supplies together. But I want you to start actively doing something towards putting your gifts together. Okay? Number 3, I want you to join the Holiday Gift Brainstorm Challenge. And that's happening October 31st, okay? Because we're going to have, I will help you break everything down if you're having trouble. We will brainstorm together different ideas, different concepts, based on what you love to do, based on what the person loves, based on your gifts, based on your time, your resources. So that's going to be an exciting time, and I want you to join us so you have full support. Okay, because we don't need to do this alone. Okay, you don't need to stress about what am I going to get for my kids, what am I going to create. I want to create something this year. I want to add something more personal, more of me into the gifts, more of them into the gifts, right? Yeah, come join the challenge. It's gonna be an awesome time, and more importantly, I want you to start thinking of getting gifts, buying gifts, or creating gifts for your loved ones in a different way. And the earlier you start, the less stress you will be. The more you plan it, the more you will be able to know what you will get, what you can get, what they would like. Instead of waiting until the end, until the sales to get it. Yeah, if you want to wait until, like, say for example, here in the U.S. we have Black Friday, right? I'm not sure if other countries have it. They may have a variation of it. But instead of waiting until Black Friday to buy your gifts, why don't you plan it? And yes, I'm not saying that not to plan for Black Friday, but if you have different ideas per person of what you would want to make for them, then go ahead and put your list together. Brainstorm all those ideas, put them down in the categories, okay? And have an idea of what you would kind of want to make for each person or get for them, how much you want to put towards it, like your budget. And then, now the bad thing about waiting until Black Friday, since it's at the end of November, you are going to have to speed up. So it might be something that you could create. If it's something that you can do really fast and it's ready in time, then yeah. But as long as you have your list together, your idea and your concepts of what you want to do for each person on your list, then yeah, wait for Black Friday, get those good deals, right? Because we all look for good deals, and start getting busy and doing it. And nobody says that you can't start now, because there are some things where you can start putting together your ideas right now, and then you can wait for the sales to finish it off, right? So, Mama, you don't have to do it alone. Come join the challenge, October 31st. I'm going to put the link at the bottom where you can sign up, and I will be sending the worksheet, the pre-session worksheet, okay? So it's going to be about 2 hours, maybe less. It could most likely be less depending on how many people want direct help. But yeah, I'm excited, so I'll see you there. Bye.